It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights. With Heathen Dogs, Tabletop Gaming Fundamentals! Palladium Nightbane.
That's right. Hello, everyone. Glad to see you here. And today we have...
demon looks really happy.
Yeah, this picture right here made me not want to look at this book for years because that looks comical.
It looks, well, 2/3 of it looks serious.
And then the big yellow-eyed guy's like, "Hey, where's the cake?" You know,
Yeah,
like, come on.
pretty much.
You know, like, yeah, pretty much that. But this thing is not comical. Nightbane is a horror show.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, it was voted for by the Shroud of the Avatar viewers, and apparently they're a dark lot.
Well, have you seen Shroud of the Avatar? Not a lot of... There's a little darkness going on there.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at the particulars of this thing. Came out in August 1995 from Palladium Books, obviously. You can get the core PDF, but this book you see right here, for $12.99, and the links will be in the credits below. And you can get a physical copy gently used on eBay for $14.99. That's including shipping.
That's not bad.
Yes, including shipping. Or you can get the brand new physical copy from Palladium itself for $24.95. And that's not included shipping.
And why not do that? Because it's nice to have your own new book.
It is nice to have your own new book, but
it's also nice to pay $10 less.
Yeah, if you can find it on eBay and it's not all dog-eared and messed up and highlighted and crap, then you know what? Go for that. Really.
I once bought a first edition D&D book off eBay, and someone had used color pencil to color in all the illustrations.
That's what happened when you give a book to an 11-year-old.
But here's the thing. They were really good. So it actually really enhanced the book quite a bit.
That's what happens when you give a
college student in the 80s a D&D book.
An 11-year-old that has talent.
This was really good. I swear it had to be like some college student in the 80s who played this game. Just that's what they did while waiting for their turn. But it was done. Most of it was really nice. I was really impressed.
Nice. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's get to this. Okay. Nightbane starts off in a parallel world. Everything up until the year 2000, pretty much the same. You know, all the same stuff happened. You know, we had same movies, TV shows, had same advertisements, cars, and families going on fake vacations for those car commercials. And the only show that I like Jerry O'Connell in, even though I truly in my heart believe that Jerry O'Connell can act, but I have nothing to back that up with. Nothing.
He acted occasionally in Sliders. Occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally.
Oh, he was good in My Secret Identity. That was the TV series.
Oh, that's right, where he could float and was invulnerable.
Yeah, when he was like 10, 12?
Yeah, no, he was like 13, I think. He had just gotten skinny. So he decided to do another show. Because all they remembered from him was Goonies. That's it.
He was in Goonies? He wasn't in Goonies.
He wasn't the kid. Was he the kid in Goonies?
Which kid?
The fat kid.
Chunk?
Yeah.
No.
You sure?
100%.
He was fat when he was little, though.
Maybe, but he definitely was not Chunk. Chunk actually ran for student body president of his college and stuff. Totally different.
All right.
No, no relation.
No relation. You
None,
sure?
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
Stand by me. No, Stand by Me. That's right.
All right, Stand by Me.
Stand
maybe.
by
Yeah.
Me. Yes. He was a big kid in Stand by Me. That was the problem.
All right.
Anyway, up until then, it was pretty much the same.
All right.
Except the only significant change was there was a political party that doesn't exist in our world called the Preserver Party.
All right.
Now, the thing is, I want you to tell me what current political party this sounds like. All right. They're ultra conservative. They started off as a grassroots movement, and by most people, they're considered absolute nut jobs.
Who that sounds like to me?
Yeah.
To me, it sounds like the Constitution Party.
Nope.
Who?
Tea Party.
They're not a party. They're a loose conglomeration who usually stand behind like the conservative part, the Constitution Party.
Well, no. They find room to the right of the right. I mean, ultra conservative is them. That's what they do, and they're batshit crazy. But this is what the Preserver Party is in your head. I mean, think of the batshit crazy Tea Party, and you'll have the Preserver Party down. It's like Palladium was prophetic in this one. All right, so if everything went about the way it did in our world, they wouldn't have been too much of a, well, the Tea Party became a big problem, but they probably wouldn't be too much of a problem because this is a fantasy setting. But some bad stuff happened. March 6, 2000 at 6:02 a.m. Eastern Time, because as Max Liao has told me time and time again, Eastern Time is king. The rest of the world can make up their own times if they want to. Eastern Time is the only time that matters.
I do believe Max Leo has said that to me personally.
Yes, personally, he has said that to me many times as well.
Yep.
Anyway, at this exact moment, the entire world was shrouded in unnatural darkness. I say unnatural because not only could you not see the sun, you couldn't see the moon or stars, nothing. It was just black.
That's not good.
And yet, the world was still in twilight. Even though there was no visible light source, people could still see.
It sounds like the darkness spell from D&D, just saying.
Yes, it does, doesn't it? Now, as you can imagine, the world did not take lightly to this. There were riots everywhere because people thought, oh, it's Judgment Day, everyone's going to die, we're all judged, and it's all bad because, no sun. God took away the light. He said it was good. Apparently, we're not good enough for light.
People waiting the rapture.
Exactly. Well, no, actually, people thought that the rapture passed them by.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all right.
Everyone who was missing or couldn't be found the moments before this happened is probably raptured in your bone. Because now you live in the land of darkness. Good for you.
That'd be kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly. And people just got, extremely scared because the sun, the moon, and the stars disappeared. I'd be scared too.
We need those.
Yeah, you'd be a friggin' idiot not to be scared. All right? So people started doing dumb stuff, like rioting for fear, rioting for just plain old greed, going to church, committing mass suicide, killing your family, then killing yourself to save them of the horror of living through the apocalypse. That all happened. It wasn't great. Now, on top of this nonsense, actually beneath this nonsense, because to be fair, the local police and media pretty much gave this the top billing.
Well, I would think so.
Rioting and mass murder and stuff like that. Beneath that, though, there was monster sightings. And when I'm saying monster sighting, I mean like people saying, oh my God, I saw some guy get ripped apart by this thing with 14 hands, 3 mouths, and 6, maybe 7 dozen eyes.
Well,
yeah.
When someone says that and, you have riots and stuff going on, you're going to say, yeah, okay, we'll look into that later.
Exactly right. Yeah, back burner that stuff, because not only is it seemingly not important, it's also seemingly stupid.
Right, we got real problems to deal with, lady.
Right. So
what if the light is just down for maintenance? Season updates.
There you go. Yeah. God took down lighting 1.0 to patch it for lighting 2.0 coming soon. And coming soon was March 7th at 6:02 a.m., obviously Eastern Time, because it's the only time that counts. And suddenly everything came back. The lights came back on.
Oh, that's nice.
And everyone was so relieved.
Yay! Until...
Well, no, it wasn't until everything seemed cool. Everything seemed cool, except monster reports were still happening.
Oh, that's less unfortunate.
And since the rioting reports came down, the monster reports stayed the same. And then, it seems like monster reports are more important now, so people start actually listening to
paying
that.
a little bit of attention to them.
Yeah, but let's see what actually happened during the Dark Day, which is what this was called. This is the day after. The New World Order happened, and you didn't know it. Suddenly, in the weeks and months after Dark Day, the Preserver Party shoots through just the stratosphere in membership and political power and clout. No one can understand why. It's just happening. It's just unfolding. It's an avalanche of support.
The preservation of the American society at all costs.
That's their motto.
Did they pass out hats?
Yes.
Were they
I
red
don't
with
know.
white type?
Yeah. MAGA probably it doesn't fit. Pasic.
Pask. Just Pask.
Pask. There you go. Pask. Their rhetoric changed slightly to take advantage of the fear and the chaos after Dark Day, like it was written for them. And in the November 2000 elections, they took so many House and Senate seats that a legitimate third-party system was made that day. Not only that, they somehow took the presidency. Douglas Carson of the Preserver Party became president.
Oh, how nice for him.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you sell your soul to evil, I guess you could pull things off.
Well, we don't know that right now. We don't know. Even though the people pictured here obviously sold to Satan. I mean, we got Mussolini. And,
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just not. Anyway,
Handsy the happy demon for the front cover.
Exactly right. Yeah, all of the pundits were like, you know what? This is a three-party system. Absolutely nothing can possibly get done. I mean, we had a hard enough time with two-party system. A three-party system is going to be gridlock on every single issue, except every single issue the Preserver Party wanted to throw out there passed because for some reason Republicans and Democrats, enough of them voted with the Preserver Party.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
To just make everything fly by.
That doesn't surprise me at all. If they saw some sort of major shakeup like that, they're like, "Oh, we have always believed that position and welcomed our demon overlords. We've been whelping the demon overlord for hundreds of years."
There you go, and that would be a logical thing. So, what actually happened during Dark Day to do this thing? Well, we were invaded and didn't know it. During the Dark Day, the Earth was taken over completely. 100% success. See, we were free the day before, and we were an unknowing slave race the day after.
Woohoo! I mean, oh.
Yeah, exactly right.
But was there free internet? That's the important part.
Oh, it's free internet. It's
yes!
Just now, well, it's free as in cost-wise, but free as in like freedom of information.
Oh, you got none of that.
No, there's none of that. No. During the Dark Day, key people were replaced or killed. I'm talking pretty much all the bigwigs in the Preserver Party were already demons in disguise. But a lot of Republicans, Democrats, of course, all the politicians, reporters, and police chiefs across the country during Dark Day were replaced with doppelgangers or demons that have glamours.
Fair enough, yeah.
And by the time the lights came back on, it was over. The world was taken over. It was done.
I still buy this happening right now, so that's all right.
Yeah. The 11 Steps to Fascism, which I found in a very short Google search, was pretty funny, and that's pretty much what happened. But the demon lords called Baal or Nightlords, they're from a parallel Earth, a parallel world that is. It exists 100% of the time in the state that the Earth was for 24 hours, the perpetual twilight, where no stars, no moon, no sun, no nothing, but a magical light just gives a vague twilight look to everything. And they cause Dark Day as a distraction. Number one, as a distraction to get people to be so afraid they wouldn't, look real closely at what's actually happening, but also this giant influx of magical energy allowed them to bring people from their parallel world to our world en masse, just bring them all over at one time. Usually they can only come over onesies or twosies at a time. It takes a lot of energy to do, but they saved up that energy. They started chanting months ago, and bam, they opened the door big and wide during Dark Day, and they were able to move all of their troops in place to take over everyone at the same time. Now, I'm not just talking about the U.S. I'm talking about
worldwide.
The world. Yeah. Yes, when I'm saying the world is now taken over, and anyone who knows about this is in a resistance cell and doesn't know it.
Well, maybe
exactly what happened.
Maybe they should be in charge. They actually seem able to create a complex plan and execute it successfully. That's more than our current government can do. So
that is absolutely true. Yes, absolutely true. But
I'm sure they're evil.
After this complex plan was executed successfully, the world was cut up into fiefdoms, and everyone started ruling over their own little area, and cooperation fell to the wayside because the one historic problem with a conglomeration of evil is that evil doesn't like to share power.
That is true.
Yeah. So yeah, then they started infighting again. But anyway, the ultimate goal of this thing was to dominate the world, and they completely succeeded. The first thing they did in the U.S. was disband the NRA, and they successfully did it in months.
Congratulations.
Yes. And that was to disarm the populace.
Well,
and
yeah. Can't have people
number,
defending themselves like a bunch of schmucks.
Number 11 in the steps to fascism. Replace media owners and personalities to control the information that gets to the citizenry.
Yep.
And that is number 7.
And 8.
And 8, yes. Number 7 and 8, right there. And then weaken the economy. They actually slowed down progress. They purposefully tanked the economy to make people poorer so they could be more easily controlled.
Hey, you got to find a threat. Got to blame something else.
1, invoke a threat. Yeah, you have to create strife to get control.
That's
then control the local police. They replaced all the police chiefs and many of the deputy chiefs and lieutenants and stuff like that to control what crimes are actually pursued. You pursue stupid drug crimes, non-violent stuff to disenfranchise the minorities, murderers, rapists, stuff like that. You don't pursue as much because that causes more chaos and discord. And that of course is number 10. Subvert the rule of law.
Yep. Duncan has an idea.
What's that?
Free bacon and beer on every street corner. With demon power, that could be done.
Oh, that's entirely likely, yeah.
I don't like bacon and beer, though. Well, I guess I just have to be sent to the camps.
Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Jesus. Don't like bacon or beer. Okay.
Bacon's okay.
All right. You think now there's no hope for anyone. And mostly you'd be right. But that's where the Nightbane come in. The Nightbane, during the Dark Day, lots of kids and teenagers, pretty much people between the ages of 10 or 11, the start of puberty, and the mid or toward the end of puberty, the mid to late teens. A certain percentage of them spontaneously transformed into what they would consider monsters.
All right.
Now, they found out pretty early that they can transform back into their human form. And then they can transform from human to Nightbane at will. And of course, the Nightbane form gives a lot of advantages, except that you look like a monster. But they can alter their form from Facade to Morphus. Facade is the human form, and Morphus is the Nightbane form. In their Nightbane form, they have increased strength. It becomes you get a bonus to strength, and it becomes supernatural. Increase SDC. What I mean increased, I mean like by a lot. You get regeneration, which isn't quite vampire Palladium regeneration, but it's really good. And you get other supernatural powers. You get magic-based abilities. And for some reason, the Nightlords, who orchestrated the one-day takeover of the Earth, fear the Nightbane a whole lot. Why? Well, because they take triple damage from a Nightbane.
That sounds kind of painful.
It is, because Nightbane do supernatural strength damage, and some of them have claws and hooks and swords and all kinds of stuff. And wow, they can really rip into some damage.
That's good for us.
It is good for us. And the Nightbane are immune to mind control or transformations of any kind.
Oh, that is good.
Yeah, you can't say you can't Jedi mind trick them, or you can't transform them into rabbits or whatever. They are immune to any physical transformation or mind control of any kind. So they are a threat, and the Nightlords go after them. And because of that, all of Nightbanes hate Nightlords. So if you didn't hate them already, because they grew up human, right?
Right.
I mean, they grew up completely human up until the Dark Day, and now they're half monster, half human. And there's full-on monsters that they know are out there now because they keep coming after them. So, kill them. Okay,
works for me.
Yeah, anyway. So, what are the Nightbane abilities? Well, the Nightbane RCC, it's a racial character class. The attributes. In the Facade, the human form, they're just normal, straight-up humans. They have 3d6 for all their stats. That's it. But when they change into their Morphus, They get a +10 to physical strength, physical endurance, speed, +6 to physical prowess, and their strength and endurance becomes supernatural.
Dang, that's
Yes.
really tough.
It is really tough. It's no joke. It's crazy. SDC and hit points. In their normal human form, the facade form, they get a little better than regular humans, 30 plus whatever skills they have. All right. Normally, humans get like 10 or 15 plus whatever skills they have. But these guys get 30. So it's a little better.
Yeah.
In their Morphus form, when they transform, they immediately gain. They take their human form SDC and then gain 2d6 times 10.
That can be
SDC.
ridiculous. Dang.
It can be ridiculous. And their hit points, normally it's absolutely normal for a human being. Their physical endurance and then a plus 1d6 per level. Great. In their Morphus form, it becomes their physical endurance times 2 and 2d6 per level.
Ooh,
so it's
that's
doubled
better.
everywhere. Yeah, doubled everywhere. And in their Morphus form, they regenerate 10 SDC or hit points per round. That means I take all my turns, you take all your turns. When the new round comes around, I gain 10 hit points.
Nice.
Really good.
These guys are good. They're tough.
Yes, that is an amazing amount of regeneration. Just the only thing better than that is were creatures or vampires. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing better in the Palladium
nice.
universe than that. All right, now combat. In their human form, they're just whatever they're trained. I mean, if you trained under Sensei Johnny in Cobra Kai, you get Cobra Kai karate. Or if you didn't, then you get karate. But in their Morphus form, they get hand-to-hand martial arts for free.
Oh, that's
they just
nice.
have it. It's instinctive. They instinctively have martial arts training for free. Okay.
That's nice.
That's great. That's one less skill I got to not worry about. Good job. Thank you. All right, now let's see their powers. Being a half monster does have benefits, and the facade and Morphus forms obviously are one of the benefits. You can pass as a human being, and you can change into a supernatural creature at will, and it takes 15 seconds minus the number you get on a mental endurance roll. So you can force the change faster. If you roll successfully on a mental endurance roll, you can make it happen in just a couple of seconds instead of 15. So if you need to Hulk out like super fast, you can boom, roll a die and do it. The only problem with that is that in high stress situations or high excitement or pain or fear, you could spontaneously change. So it's more like the Bruce Banner Hulk TV show movies type situation.
Yeah, you don't want to make him angry.
Exactly. You wouldn't like him when he's angry. You definitely wouldn't like it because you think you just
Saw a monster pop out.
Yeah.
But he's a
monster
good
popped out
monster.
like that. Yeah, but you still look like a monster. I mean, there's no
Yes.
getting around that. Now, another good thing about the Morphus form is you have supernatural senses. But in this, for some of this, you don't have it in just the Morphus form. And even in your human form, you have complete night vision, which means you can see in utter darkness. I don't mean like, oh, it's no moon out, it's really cloudy, there's no stars, and it's really, really dim. No, I mean like you're underground with no light source whatsoever. You can still see for 200 feet in your human form. If you change into Morphus form, that is updated to 500 feet.
Dang.
And why is there red marks underneath? Okay, that's just me.
That's
and
just
yeah, that's just me. Okay, and the other, you can sense other Nightbane around you. If you're within 300 feet plus 30 feet per level of another Nightbane, you can sense the general direction of the Nightbane. If you lock eyes with the Nightbane, you immediately know that that's another Nightbane right there, him or her right there.
that's convenient.
Yeah, so you can find your friends in a crowd. That's good. Now, another of their powers is Mirror Walk. Mirror Walk is what they call the Nightbane's ability to move to that Twilight parallel universe called the Nightlands, that the Nightlords come from, who launched the attack to our world.
Right.
The Nightbane can go there as a special ability. They actually transform themselves into kind of like a T2 type dark liquid and pour themselves into any size mirror, and they immediately transport themselves into the Nightland.
Okay.
So if
Sure.
the enemy runs, they can follow. They can go behind the enemy lines and spy and scout and stuff like that. Can be done. That's their natural ability. Now, also in their Morphus form, they have supernatural strength and physical endurance. This is super important because it increases damage, carrying capacity, and lifting capacity significantly. A lot. I mean, it's no joke. The difference between normal human strength and supernatural strength is a wide chasm of power.
Oh yeah.
And physical endurance, the stamina limit alone is just as significant. A 10 physical endurance means you can run full speed for 2 to 4 minutes without getting a stitch and, saying, oh, I need water, I need to stop, I need to take a breather. A 10 physical endurance that's supernatural is something like 20 minutes. It's crazy. The chasm is so wide in the difference between normal and supernatural that it's just bananas. And of course, like I said earlier, they are immune to mind control and all transformations. They're immune to magical mind control, vampiric mind control, psionic mind control. They're immune to psionic, magical, and innate ability transformations of their body. They cannot be made into a vampire. They are immune to the slow kill of a vampire. Obviously, they're not stunned by a vampire slowly leeching their soul out of their body like most humans are. No, they're not. They can just turn into a monster and punch them in the face. And that's pretty much what happens to vampires when they try and snack on a Nightbane. But yeah, that's
good.
Pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now the powers continue. The Morphus powers and bonuses. When you make your Nightbane character in the racial character class at the beginning thing, it is a random physical mutation. No two Nightbanes are the same. Even if you're mother and daughter, father and son, doesn't matter. You can look completely different. There is a random role for everything. You could have bird aspects, snake aspects, crocodile aspects, bear aspects, lion aspects, insect aspects. You could have stigmata for some reason. You could have a gun popping out of your arm. Now, there are a whole bunch of theories on this, but it's they say that the transformation is based on your mental state at the time you transform.
Tardigrade aspect, says Duncan Idaho.
Okay,
sure, why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, you could aspect of tardigrade
That'd
if you're
be pretty
watching
creepy,
Discovery.
actually.
At the moment of your transformation, you're watching.
You're just really into tardigrades.
Yeah, you're really into tardigrades, and you're watching Burnham free the tardigrade and him going into space and zooming away, and you're like, wow, I want to do that. And that's the moment where you transform and you could be a tardigrade Nightbane. Good for you. No one's going to respect you because you look like a tool.
Well, you'd have aspects. That would be a giant tardigrade. You'd look creepy as hell, heck.
Oh, yeah, most likely, yeah.
Like the big, weird, sucky mouth with the teeth all in it. Ew.
Yes.
Creepy.
That's true. But if you were watching Transformers, then you might have like laser cannons coming out of your arms.
That's kind of cool. Really inconvenient to get a drink.
Really inconvenient to get a drink. You're absolutely correct. Now, talents. Now, these are special Nightbane powers. These are magically based powers that do run off of potential psychic energy, but they're not considered magic spells. Now, when you start at first level, you get one power you can choose from all the common abilities, all of the common Nightbane talents for one for free. You get one. You choose one. You like it. Example, anti-arcane. When you activate this power, spending 20 PPE for the next level D4 minutes, you are immune to all magic cast upon you.
Dang.
Just immune. Yeah. You're immune. Premonition. This is a power that I personally wouldn't take because it's game master controlled. You have the ability to spontaneously have visions or glimpses of the future, and it's all game master controlled.
Yeah,
so
that's kind of stuff you only works with the game master. Like, oh yeah, your premonitions. Then they have to come up with something. Yeah,
right,
it's
exactly.
not-
Yeah, he's got to plan your premonitions into the game, or else it's not going to work. And doorway, that is you can create a rift for U-size rift, and you can go, it's like a long distance dimension door, except you can't go around the planet. You can go like a few miles, stuff like that.
That's still really convenient.
Yeah, it's still really cool. Like you can instantly go away, go somewhere else, then you're all but untraceable. It's great. I like it. It's good stuff. Now, there's a whole bunch of other powers. There's a dark whip where you can create a whip out of dark energy and hit people with it to do, supernatural damage. There's one where you can fire beams of dark energy from your hands or eyes or whatever, and it does, concentrated damage to a single foe. It's great. There's a 2 or 3 dozen powers in this thing, and it's made to where you can flesh out your character. There's some stuff that's random, like the animal or insect aspect is random, or the stigmata aspect is random, but they give you enough leeway to where you can get your own vision of your Nightbane character, which I like.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. So that was the quick in a nutshell backstory and what's going on in the Nightbane world setting. If you want detailed character generation, detailed background on the bad guys of the show, detailed background on the good guys that are written in the books, then hey, go ahead and throw it in chat. Leave a comment below if you're looking at YouTube. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and if there's enough interest in the background in Nightbane, I will dig deep. I will bring you the nuggets of gold in this thing and show them to you personally.
So in theory, the people on the cover could be Nightbane.
Yes, all 3 of them could be Nightbane on the cover.
Huh. Interesting.
Because the woman could be in her facade form, just
still creepy. Or maybe she's
creepy.
Transforming with her hand turning all red and demony.
Maybe she is in the midst of a transformation, and the others could be just Nightbane in Morphus form.
That's why the one looks like she has bows in her hair and is kind of happy.
There you go.
Like it's a little girl who normally has bows in her hair.
Yeah, it's a little girl who normally has bows in her hair and is super happy, but when she transforms, she looks like that.
Yeah, it could be. Duncan says he digs it. He wants more.
All right, 1 vote from Duncan Ido. Got it.
All right. Thank you, Heathen Dog. That was
You are
informative. This is a system I had seen the cover for, but never knew anything about.
Yes.
Very
And
interesting.
it's true. I've played this a grand total of 1 time.
Ah.
Just once.
Well, if you want more Heathen Dog, check out Heathen Dog on YouTube. Check out Heathen Dog's Heathen Dogma on the YouTubes on the Legion of the channel. See all of his segments, anime and RPG segments, team-ups, and Warframe, Star Trek Online with that Garthon kid. He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's all right. He's all right.
He's all right.
All right. All right. Just like Star Trek Online. All right.
All right.
What was that mission? Anyway.
Crossfire.
Our newest Star Trek Online Foundry team-up.
It's going to go up tomorrow. It's going to go up tomorrow morning.
Instead of iCasting, it's all right.
All right. All right.
Check out his past streams. They're all highly entertaining. And check out his streams Monday at 8 Central. What are you doing now that you beat Portal?
I beat Portal, but once you beat the game, you get all kinds of bonus levels. So I'm going to go through the bonus levels.
All right. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't need too much help from the audience, but I needed so much help from the audience during the
that last Monday was great. You actually beat the game first time against GLaDOS, and you did it with 0 seconds left on the clock.
Exactly 0. It was blinking 0.
And it was alarming. You were about to lose, and you actually pulled it off. It was amazing.
In less than a second, the game would have killed me.
Because I will say, when I first played that, I had no one helping me, telling me what I needed to do, but I actually lost the first time because I didn't know what I was supposed to do, so it took me too long to figure it out.
I technically lost the first time too. I accidentally walked into the fire pit that you're supposed to throw the things into. I fell. I was perched precariously, but I don't count that really as a loss.
No, that doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
But check that at 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, coming on Monday. Thank you, Heathen Dog.
You are welcome.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I present unto you...